Alrighty, everybody, so let's go ahead and open up our packets to Unit 1, Lesson 4A, the one that says Video Notes. We're gonna talk about parallel and perpendicular lines. So I'm going to show you how, I'm going to give you two equations, and you are going to identify if those lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Now, you might remember from Algebra 1, an equation of a line can be written y equals mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept. So b is going to be our y-intercept, and m is slope. The number in front of x is our slope. Alright, so when I'm looking at this, the first thing you can see is that b has a value of 1, 2, 3. In this equation, b equals 3. Now to find slope, I am going to count from b to any other point on this line. So I'm going to find where this line goes through another point, and I think that's right there. Now, to find slope, let's count rise over run. Count rise over run. And when I count rise over run, I like to go left to right. And I like to count my rise first, my run second. So when I'm counting rise over run, I'm going to start over here at the purple point, and I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3. So I can see that I have a rise of 3. Now I'm going to count the run. The run is how far to the right we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can see that our slope is 3/5. So if I wanted to write this as an equation, the equation of this line would say y equals 3/5 x plus 3, because my b is positive. If I give you two lines, the relationship between our lines, if I give you two lines that are on top of each other, their equations are going to be exactly the same. Now you're like, but Mr. Gilbertson, there's only one line in this picture. That's because the second line is exactly on top of it. So when I'm looking at our two equations, I have a red line and a blue line, but the only line I see is blue because it's on top. I would have y equals, we already found the equation of this line, 3/5, was it? Let's go back. Yeah, 3/5 x plus 3. And I have a red line where the equation is again y equals 3/5 x plus 3. So notice m equals m and b equals b. The slopes are the same and the y-intercepts are the same. Those are my m's right there. And my slopes are the b's. So the slopes are the same and the y-intercepts are the same. Now parallel lines have the same slope. They're going to have the same slope. They're going to have different y-intercepts. So in blue, remember, here's my b, here's another point. So in blue, I have the equation y equals 3/5 x plus 3. But in red, notice I still have 1, 2, 3. We still rise 3 and we run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the equation for y is y equals 3/5 x, rise 3, run 5, minus 1, 2, 3. So notice m equals m, 3/5 equals 3/5, but the y-intercepts are different. B does not equal b. When I look, so 3 does not equal -3. So these two lines are parallel. Notice they never, ever, ever touch. That's usually a great geometry definition. Parallel lines are two coplanar lines that never intersect, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Two lines can be perpendicular. Oh, let's back this up. So the symbol for parallel, I want to talk about this, are these two lines that go like this. We're going to write two parallel lines like that. So I know the blue line is parallel to the red line. That's how you would read that. Blue is parallel to red. Why are they parallel? Their slopes are the same. Y-intercepts are different. Perpendicular is the other one we're going to look at today. So perpendicular lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals. Let's get out the highlighter. Perpendicular slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. So what a negative reciprocal is that is a fraction that gets flipped upside down and the sign gets changed. So if one has a slope, let's not use it now. If one line has a slope of A over B, then the next slope would be negative. There's the negative part, B over A. For a negative reciprocal, you're going to flip the sign. You're going to flip the fraction upside down and change the sign. All right, so in blue, let's count our slopes. So blue has a slope of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the slope of blue has a rise of 3 and a run of 5. Remember, slope is rise over run. Let's find the slope of the red line. So there's a red point. And let's go here. I'm trying to, hold on, give me a minute here. Right there. Right there, that's a good point. So this slope, when I count left to right, we have a rise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We went down, so that has a rise of negative 5. And then it has a run of 1, 2, 3. So notice the fractions are reciprocals, and one is positive, one is negative. So I know blue is perpendicular to, this is the symbol for perpendicular. You can also see it with that little box in the corner. So blue is perpendicular to red. Fun fact, let's look at the green one. So here's this green one. And if we go down, hold on, let me see here. And I go, so let's say I find that point. Again, I have a run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We went down 5, and we go 1, 2, 3 to the right. So green also has a slope of negative 5/3. So not only is blue perpendicular to red, my blue line is also perpendicular to the green line. Fun fact, if you notice red and green, they're the same slopes, so red is parallel to green. Fun stuff. How do I know they're parallel? They have the same slopes, different y-intercepts. They never intersect. And again, blue and red are perpendicular because their slopes are negative reciprocal. The fraction gets flipped upside down and you change the sign. And then none of these are, just like the name says, it's neither parallel nor perpendicular, nor coinciding. So they just intersect, but they don't make a right angle. So these are lines that are not parallel. So that means the slopes are different. So not parallel means that we have different slopes. They're not perpendicular. So that means the slopes are not negative reciprocal. Reciprocals. nor are they coinciding. So that means they are not the same. Boom. Cool. All right, let's take a look at this bell work now. So use this equation to answer below questions. So I would like to remind you, y equals, this is my line, y equals negative 2/3 x plus 5. All my lines are in the form y equals mx plus b. So look back, remember, slope is always the number in front of x. Y-intercept is the number in front of 5. So, or the number by itself. So the slope, the y-intercept is 5. So tell me the slope, tell me the y-intercept, tell me the slopes of parallel lines. So look back in your notes. What do you know about the slopes of parallel lines? Find the slope of a perpendicular line. How do you know if two lines are perpendicular? And then fill in these blanks. All right. So, Patriots, when I get back, I will see you when I see you.